Hey folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Aerb ultra-thin touchpad keyboard. This is a 2.4G wireless keyboard that connects into a Mac or PC via a simple plug-and-play operation, which means no drivers are needed. And it's a smaller computer keyboard than you're probably used to, and it's really meant for couch surfing. So if you sit on your couch, you can connect this to your television hooked up to a TV, or perhaps hooked up to an Android television set, and you can basically type away and have a touchpad as well. So it's a nice solution to have when you're kind of sitting comfortably against a chair and you want to browse the web on a television screen. The design itself on the packaging is pretty simple. You can see you have a chiclet style keyboard that looks pretty attractive, and again it's pretty simplistic. There is a multi-touch trackpad on here, so it does support pinch to zoom, and it charges via a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, so you use a micro USB cable for that. The packaging again is pretty minimalistic and comes with this nice recyclable packaging, which can be again biodegradable, which is always nice, and the size of the touchpad is about 3 inches, which is large enough to be used quite comfortably. The battery in here is 210 milliamp hours, which works for 120 hours. We found that to be roughly true in our testing, so pretty good battery life as well. So simply slide out the product to the left to reveal the actual keyboard. You can purchase this product on Amazon.com at a retail price or a street price of around $30 to $40. So it's a pretty good value if you are looking for a nice all-in-one keyboard solution for connecting to PCs, for Macs, and for Android devices. Simply slides up, and we actually have a side opening door over here. And over here we have access to the cables first in a separate container, and of course we have the actual keyboard itself, bubble wrap, for protection. Over here we have access again to the micro USB cable for charging the product up, which is included in this packaging over here. And you would simply use this again to charge it by plugging it into the wall. We found that charging the unit took about 2 hours to complete on a full charge, so it doesn't take too much time to use, and you can also use the keyboard while it is being plugged in, which is nice. The actual 2.4G receiver is also very, very small, and the benefits of having a small receiver is you can simply plug it in, kind of forget about it, throw your computer or laptop still into a laptop bag, and carry it around without having to remove it because it's so small it won't get into the way when you're putting it in and out of a bag. Over here we have access to the keyboard itself. Again, it's interesting in terms of design. I would say it kind of takes on a almost gaming keyboard-like design in terms of the look. There is a quick warranty guide that's in decent English as well, which is pretty nice. And of course the actual keyboard itself here. Again, like I said, there's some orange accents on either sides and the rubber accents on the top here. Again, it creates a pretty interesting industrialized look. It definitely reminds me of some more higher-end gaming laptop keyboards, and except this is a much smaller version, so it's a tiny version that has a gaming look-esque to it going on, which I think is pretty attractive. The actual chiclet style keyboard is well risen above the surface, and all the keys are quite tactile and easy to press. They're well defined and offer a nice amount of tactileness, again, when you press on them. The space bar is well defined, and no matter where you press on it, it creates an audible clicking sound. There's also some standard Android keys and also some Windows keys depending on where you look for the logoing. And the top features an easy power on and off switch, whereas the right hand side features the tactile keys and controls for the actual trackpad itself, including a power on and off switch, some menu keys, and also some click keys, volume keys, OK keys, and channel keys. All these buttons are pretty tactile. They're coated in a layer of rubber, which is pretty easy to grip and press, and they're overall quite easy to use. Overall, the design of the keyboard is quite attractive. Again, it's easy to use. It feels quite responsive despite not being full size. It takes a little bit of acclimation before you can get used to it, but you definitely get used to it over time. The back of the product itself features some rubber feet on the bottom here and also on the top, which prevents the product from sliding around when sitting on a desk surface. Also, another interesting facet of this keyboard is the inclusion of a mini tablet stand. The stand can actually be pulled out of the product itself and then be used as a tablet stand. So we can have a tablet standing over here, and then we have the actual keyboard. So as we're typing, we can use the keyboard for an Android, for an iPad device, for any tablet really. You have a built-in stand into the back, which we can take a look at in a moment. Performance of the 2.4G wireless mini keyboard. The performance is actually pretty impressive. We liked how the fact that it has this dedicated trackpad on the side, and it's a plug-and-play simple operation device. So pairing it with a Windows 7 or Windows 8 computer is as simple as plugging it in and the device will recognize it. Of course, it also works with Mac devices and also Android and Linux, so you can plug into an Android smartphone, tablet, or TV box, and all of those products will have it be recognized. In fact, the most impressive perhaps attribute for this device would be for a tablet or perhaps for a Android TV box, because Android TV boxes don't have a built-in keyboard, so this makes text entry a lot easier on those Android TVs, and also Also, on a tablet, it makes text entry easier if you plan on typing a lot, especially because the device comes with a built-in tablet stand on the back, which you can remove like so. The handle stand actually works pretty well. It's made out of plastic and foldable. One critique we did have was how tight the tablet stand sticks to the back, so it makes it very difficult to actually remove and put back in. It's a little bit too put in with too much force, so perhaps make this looser in the future would have been a better decision. But anyways, we still love the design of the overall keyboard. Taking a look at the trackpad, it's 3 inches diagonally. It works exactly as you would expect it to, and it supports multi-touch right out of the box. Very sensitive, it's capacitive, it works basically as you expect. Up and down gestures work well as well. So a great trackpad for doing that. Also, Caps Lock's key also has a built-in LED indicator on the top that will illuminate green when the product is actually pressed, so it does a pretty good job of inputting text. So overall, this is actually a great keyboard as well. The keys, again, are raised above the surface. They're not exactly full size as far as, the keyboard being as large as a typical laptop is, but the chiclet layout still makes text entry a joy and makes it a lot faster than you expect. And because the keyboard is overall very lightweight, you can still hold it and type with one hand without any issues. Of course, you can set it down and also type with 2 hands for faster and more accurate results. So overall, we are pleased with the performance of the device, and basically it definitely works, and it works with gusto. Giving you a quick show of how the actual built-in kickstand on the back works. So we've removed it again after applying quite a bit of force, so it will again work pretty well, and again it snaps off like so, and you can adjust it to multiple different angles from the top of the actual device itself. It's pretty easy. It has again a pretty wide angle, so you can adjust it to anywhere you would really want to. And for example, we can put it like this, and then we could put our tablet basically directly on top. So this is a Amazon Kindle Fire HD, and it tilts at a pretty good angle. Again, we can adjust it if needed, like so. So it works pretty well as far as setup with typing here and then having the tablet recognize it. Of course, your tablet has to have a built-in USB port, or if not, it has to support OTG adapter, so you can plug something in like that and still be able to type because it's not enabled by Bluetooth, but overall it still works fairly well with devices. The mini wireless 2.4G touchpad / keyboard is a great purchase if you're looking for a combined device that's lightweight and pretty much functional. We're definitely fans of the entire design of the product, which is reminiscent of some more professional gaming laptops with the rubberized accents on the left and bottom corners of the product, and the keyboard itself is tactile enough and good enough as an island style layout that's comfortable and easy to use. Battery life is pretty impressive, the range is good, and also the trackpad is fairly responsive, so we didn't have any issues with that. The built-in kickstand on the back is also a nice touch in case you want to pair this product up with a tablet device. Overall, we're definitely fans of the product, and it has a great price tag to go along with a pretty good value. Perhaps in the future, the company could add Bluetooth to the device so it becomes more universal, because most devices, whether it's a computer or Android devices, especially tablets, would have Bluetooth enabled, but some smaller tablets might not have a USB port, so that would make this product a bit more universal. Overall, a great product. You can check out our full review down in the description box below, but this has been our video review. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.